there are reports, and I'm sorry, Ben, but I know a lot of this week is AEW. Just WWE, the only thing that really was going on was the whole buying thing, which we're saving for the main event, talking about some potential buyers. But AEW is actually set to start doing live events / house shows. While speaking on In the Zone, Khan was asked about the possibilities of AEW running live events, also known as house shows. And he said, well, that's a great question. Yeah, I have. That's something we've been talking about. We have great live event team with a bunch of great people work with. Now, Jeff Jarrett has come in. It's something we've talked a lot about, building out the live event businesses. There is definitely a lot of demand for AEW live events, and now we have this big, great, strong roster that wants to do these live events. So I think it's something we're going to do. How do you
I
guys
feel
feel
like
about that?
I feel like that'll be great on for
Absolutely.
for for one of two reasons. One, it gets the boys and girls, like I could imagine like, wrestling once a week and you having to be on your game on Wednesdays or whatever, and then pretty much, either doing, indie bookings on the weekend or just not being in a ring until the following week.
And they can
Or being
stream those
booked.
live events too,
Yeah, they could do that.
so they can
But
give the wrestlers some exposure.
But I feel like doing live events with the amount of people that AEW has on their roster, it'll give people ring time. You know what
Yep,
I
and that's
mean?
what they need.
And they'll be able to like decipher like, this dude's doing really fucking good on the live events. Let's bring him up to Dynamite, see what he can do in front of a national
Dan,
audience.
you are on fucking fire tonight, my dude. Like, yes, you are literally. I don't have to say anything about this topic. Like, yes, you literally slayed all of it for every single reasoning in that one statement, man. Bravo, you're on fire tonight, man. MVP of the show, right there.
And I definitely want to add something to that because I absolutely have
Yes.
to agree with you, Danny, 100%
Holy
with
shit.
that take. Because something Chaz and I really talk about in Old School versus New School, which, by the way, is a brand new podcast on the We Are Wrestling channel. New episodes air every Monday here on the channel. We really talk about the lack of experience when it comes to, the new school wrestlers. And AEW has lots of young talent where you have to realize some of these independent companies, they don't book certain guys, so they only have AEW Dark or Elevation or even, Dynamite or Rampage to look forward to. So it's not really enough time to get in that ring. So in my opinion, I think AEW starting to do this is a great move. I knew when they signed Jeff Jarrett, they were going to go in this direction because Jeff Jarrett, one thing
perfect.
I got to give the man credit for when it came to those TNA house shows, nothing better than the TNA house show back in the day. The way that they, operated that entire live events were on a whole nother level. Some of my favorite memories as a kid. And I think AEW is going to do an incredible job with this because they do have an insane roster. So many talented guys that aren't being on television, that, aren't getting the right, TV bookings. And I think with, having live events and house shows, you're right, Danny. It's the best way for a wrestler to show what they can
Improve
do.
on their craft,
Tony
too.
Khan sees that. Oh my goodness, Brock Anderson, you are really getting better. Let's give you an opportunity on Dynamite.
Exactly. And like, I don't want people to get their
Great
hopes up
move.
or whatever about going to like a live event, seeing like somebody like a Jericho. I don't think Jericho would do the live events just because that
It'd be a very special scenario.
that portion of his life.
I'll tell you what they're gonna do.
He did that for over 30 years. Like, he
Yeah, no, I
he
got
wants to
you.
do TV. But I do think it's a good idea for a lot of their like talent that but they don't always get to be showcased on, like the Dante Martins, the AR Foxes, Ricky Starks, Action Andrade, who's a new guy that it's been up and coming. So I think this is a great move.
And I do want to say this too. I think the way that AEW is going to do their house shows and live events, and it's going to be a very smart way to do this. They're going to have a lot of their underrated talent that want to do the live events there. You're going to get to see, some of your favorite guys that aren't main event status, but they're like on TV. You're also going to have guys on Dark and Elevation. A lot of those guys will be there.
Yeah.
But the way that they're going to get asses in those seats, they are probably going to have big stars at times be you know, like on the poster, like let's say this show coming to Albany, New York, John Moxley and Darby Allin are going to be there.
Yeah.
But the
So
thing
that's going
is,
to give people a reason to go to that show.
the thing is, like Darby
All
Allin,
independent shows, they do it.
Darby Allin, I do think, you know, he'll do the live events or whatever. He's, you know, he's on TV, but he's not like that main event caliber superstar. But what I would do now, here's a scenario that you could do. Like you have a show in Florida, you know, have Jericho show up. It's close to his house.
Dude,
He can go to the event, go home.
That's without saying, bro.
You have a show in Cincy, have Moxley show up. You know, you can do stuff like that. You can have these big guys on your show, but they don't necessarily have to do the travel.
Exactly.
All that
That's how they would do it.
But here's the thing, though, that fans got to realize. Don't doubt anybody, because you have to realize AEW, if they do these live events and house shows, they're getting a paycheck for doing it. So if Tony Khan wants to get some extra sales, hey, Jericho, here, I will give you this much money to come out to Florida, like you said, Danny.
Yep.
And Jericho's going to get paid. He's going to get to meet his friggin' wrestling fans, and they're going to have a great show.
Boom.
Yep.
All right.
Danny, you hit the nail on the head on that one.
Yeah, man, you killed it.
It's going to be good stuff. I think it'll be a good way to, you know, show off your roster, show what they can do. And, you know, the ones that are excelling, bring them up to Dynamite and, you know, put them in some kind of spot. I mean, Action Andrade, he was on Dark. Jericho put him over, and the dude's been very prominent with Ricky Starks and the JS.
I couldn't believe
on
it,
TV.
Man. He actually did really good on the promos lately.
The dude is fucking. The dude's at like
me.
The dude's on another level, man. So I think this is a great move. But I feel like Tony Khan will definitely, like, you know, he'll ask the people that want to do it, you know, and he's not gonna be like Vince McMahon to where, oh, it's mandatory. You have to be on the road. You know, it's
gonna be a choice.
Yeah.
But don't expect guys like MJF to be there, especially MJF.
Yeah, no.
He's done that rodeo.